Okay, we're still working on our sentence level anomalies. We finished action sentences and we're working on is sentences. And remember, with is sentences, we were looking at 2 cases in which the is doesn't go at the first break.
Right.
And the first one was emphasize your pronouns, right? And so this one is what we call sentence starter plus TLDR. Makes sense in a second. Let's learn it through example. Okay, let's work through this sentence together. فيها لوط. فيها لوطة. Okay, so this is an is sentence, right? Because there's no action. Go through the connections for me.
So fi is a TLDR and ha is its noun. And then ha and lutan don't have a connection because they're both specific nouns. So that's where our break goes.
Right.
And that's where is would go.
Yep, that's where our break goes. That's where is would go. And then the translation would be, if we were to go literal, it would be
literal. In it is lut.
In it is lut, which we can naturalize to
Lut is in it.
Lut is in it. Okay, now I want to say the same thing, right? Lut is in it, but I want to make it more emphasized by adding a certainly. What was the word for certainly?
Inna.
Inna. Right, so if we wanted to emphasize the sentence, all we would have to do is just add an inna at the beginning. Right, so we'd end up with inna fiha lutan. Okay. So, inna fiha lutan, I want you to work me through the breaks in this sentence.
Okay, so inna and fi, I guess wouldn't be related because TLDR is never related to what comes
Right, there's
before
always
it.
a break. It was one of our easy breaks, remember?
Yeah, and then fi and ha, this is what we did before. Fi and ha are related because it's TLDR and it's noun. And ha and lutan are not related because it's 2 specific nouns.
2 specific nouns. So we have 2 breaks here. What do you notice about the translation? When I added the certainly, did anything about the structure change?
No, you just added the certainly.
We just added the certainly, right? And we have in it is lut or lut is in it. So our is going between what 2 words?
Fiha and lutan.
Fiha and lutan. But is that the first break?
No, there's a break between inna and fiha.
There's a break between inna and fiha. So what's happening here is that our is going
at the second break.
At the second break, right? At the second break.
Why can't you just say fiha inna lutan, and that would just be like it would go at the.
What kind of word is inna?
A sentence starter.
Sentence starter, which means that.
Oh, it has to go at the beginning of the sentence.
Yeah, it has to go at the beginning of the sentence.
All right.
Right. So, yeah.
I thought I was being smart.
Okay, so here's our rule. Right. Here's our rule. When you see a TLDR phrase right after a sentence starter, the is goes after the TLDR phrase. Or in other words, if you see a sentence starter plus a TLDR phrase, right, followed directly by it, then the is goes after the TLDR, not before. So if we look at the previous example, right, we have inna, which is a sentence starter, and then we have fiha, which is a TLDR phrase. But where's the is going?
After the TLDR
After
phrase.
the TLDR phrase. So
Gotcha.
Sentence starter plus TLDR phrase is goes after. Is that clear? Okay. You ready to work through some by yourself?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds
Okay.
easy enough.
Good. So إن في ذلك لآية.
So I see inna, which is sentence starter,
Uh-huh.
and it's being followed by fi, which is a TLDR,
Uh-huh.
and then fi and dhalika are related because it's TLDR and it's noun. So I'm going to put my is after my TLDR phrase. So between dhalika and la'aya.
Yep.
So that's where my is goes.
Yep,
And
that's where
then,
the is goes. So sentence starter plus TLDR means is goes after the TLDR.
And then is la'aya, is that another TLDR phrase? Do we have 2 TLDR phrases here?
La. Remember, the TLDR word is li, not la.
Okay.
So this la, we're actually going to learn about it more in detail later, but it's actually just the emphasizer, la.
Oh, okay.
It means certainly or definitely. And you can ignore it. It doesn't really do anything grammatically. So it's the same thing as saying ayah.
Okay, so same as saying inna fi dhalika ayah. Okay, and then translation?
Yeah, translation.
Certainly in that is a sign.
Certainly in that is a sign, and then naturalize, we could say.
There is a sign in that.
Yeah, there is a sign in that. More natural. Good. This is very common in the Quran.
Yeah.
Inna fi dhalika la'ayah.
Sounds very familiar.
Yep. Okay. Inna lakum ni'aman. This is actually not an ayah, just a sentence for practice.
Okay.
So let's work through this.
So inna is a sentence starter. Lakum is, so it's a sentence starter followed by TLDR.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be putting my break after my is after the TLDR.
Yep.
So la and kum are related,
Mm-hmm.
but kum and ni'amman aren't
Mm-hmm.
because it's specific followed by general. So that's the end of my TLDR phrase. So my is going to go between kum and ni'amman.
Mm-hmm. Again, we have two breaks, right? But the is goes at the second break because it goes after the TLDR phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about translation for this?
Certainly for you all is blessings, or certainly you all have blessings.
Yeah, it's a more natural way. You all have blessings. Good. Okay, one more example. Inna lahu ilman. This is not an ayah either.
Okay. So in the sentence starter, lahu TLDR phrase. So I'm going to put my is after the TLDR phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So between hu and ilman, that's where my is going to go. Then translation is certainly for him is knowledge, or certainly he has knowledge.
Good.
Question.
Yeah.
Can this happen with other sentence starters, or does it just happen with inna? Because in all the examples it was just inna.
It can happen with other sentence starters. Inna is the most common one.
Okay.
And that's why you see all the examples with inna, but it can happen with other
So
sentence
if we
starters.
had like lakinna,
Yeah.
lahum.
Or anna or any of those.
Okay.
It can also happen.
Alright.
Okay. Want to give me a recap of this lesson?
So sometimes a sentence starter can be followed by a TLDR phrase.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, we put the is after the TLDR phrase, which is technically the second break in the sentence.
Very good.